already know what a lot of people think when they see a new Predator hitting theaters. Is it going to be good? Is it even needed? But what I have to say is Predator Badlands is fun from start to finish. Now you have a Yauchin named Dex who ultimately you can tell is the weakest in his clan, and he is out to set himself apart from the others. Or in a sense, prove himself to his father that he is capable of being the strong person that is needed. Now, as you watch this journey into the planet and you ultimately have him on a task to achieve something that even his own father could not do, that's where the journey in this movie really picks up. Now, if you're looking for something that is going to be full of fight, full of fear, the fight is there when it is needed. But on this journey, he is out to bring back a trophy that nobody else could. And on this journey, he meets a synth named Thea. Now, Thea is played by Elle Fanning, and I have to say it adds another element to this story. As you sit and watch Dex and Thea's relationship, you can tell that Dex really doesn't want anything to do with her, but ultimately Thea is going to bring almost a comedic aspect to the film. And that kind of breaks up some of the seriousness that you have throughout that time. Now, as this journey continues, you're obviously going to be feeling the threat of other forces throughout. You have other elements that they must overcome to achieve the goal. But then you start to think about what is Thea's actual purpose in this movie? And as you look, you get to build up of why Thea is on the same mission that Dex is. And a common theme throughout this film is relationships. You have Dex with his father and his son, his father and his brother. And then you have Thea and another synth named Tessa. And what we really have here is this conflicting ability of working around those relationships and finding a common ground, because at the end of the day, there's ultimately something that is going to hold them back. Now, throughout this journey, you're introduced to other characters that really show what the Kalisk is and ultimately what the goal is. And that's what makes this movie entertaining. There's enough fighting in the movie. There's enough comedy in the movie. There's enough fun throughout this film that as you sit down for almost 2 hours, you're going to enjoy every aspect of it. Now, there are some things that you look at and say, this could have been done differently. For example, when you're looking at the relationship of the Kalisk, what is the Kalisk? What is the threat of the Kalisk? What is the history of that? And how does that factor in to the overall story? Now, obviously, you're sitting there going that it's unbeatable. No one has been able to beat it. But then you look at Tessa, and that's where I feel like when you watch this film, you're kind of thrown into her. You kind of see who she is, but we really don't have why they are out for the same trophy that Dex is. Now, on this journey, I think you have to really look at it and understand that Dex is trying to prove things to his family and the clan, but also to himself. And so as he is working with Thea and as he is completing these tasks in this movie, you're really looking at him thinking he wants to do it on his own because he has to prove a point. Now, Thea, played by Elle Fanning, as I mentioned, her comedy in this movie kind of breaks it up. Because what you really get from her is she is an annoying character that Dex is not used to, and it's what allows them to build off of each other. And I think that is what makes this movie flow so well. But then when you get to the overall aspect of the movie, the storyline is there. I feel like they tell you the storyline right from the beginning, and it allows you to understand it. You're able to process what you're about to see. I think the visuals within the movie, with the shots and the pictures that you see on the screen, it gives you something to understand the different terrain, the different abilities of each of the landscapes throughout the movie. I also feel like when you listen to the dialogue between all of the characters, you understand that there is a highly intelligent aspect to the movie, and Dex must overcome all of those challenges. But even looking at the relationships, you have to look at betrayal as well. That is a common theme that you have within this movie. Now, if there was a con, I think the way that some of the buildup of who the Callisk is, as I said, I think I wish I would have known a little bit more of the Callisk. What is the overall threat? Why has Dex's dad not even attempted to go and achieve it himself? Or has he? But we really were not told. Now, overall rating. For me, Predator Badlands is a 4 out of 5. This movie was fun. It had funny aspects to it. It was loud. It had the action scenes, and it was solid. This is probably one of my favorite Predator movies that has been released because this is one that I could sit down and enjoy from start to finish. So for me, Predator Badlands is a 4 out of 5. If you have a chance to see it, I highly do recommend you go and see it. But thank you all for watching. If you've seen it, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you all later.